brothers, take yourself in there, find out what's going on with your body. All right, because I was one of them dudes, I've been a go-getter my whole life, fought just all the time, always on the go, and always just kept going and then never really take the inventory of what's going on. Put a whole lot of bad stuff in there, a lot of pork, beef, all that stuff, eating all that, clogged up all my stuff. So I'm saying to you, now just take that time and go get yourself checked. All right, now get yourself checked because there's a friend of mine that played Ohio State, same year, Jamal. Me and my friend, same age, same time, come out. He went to bed, didn't wake up. He didn't get his body checked. He didn't know that. So you have to go get your body checked. Make sure you do that. All right. Now we're back to hooping. All right. I'm going to talk about a few things here. Practice drills. All right. And in these practice drills with your team, your practice drills is the stuff that you absolutely have to have fundamental-wise with your team. All right. You got to teach in those drills. You have to teach your team exactly what you want done as a coach. Okay, and then you have to hold them accountable the whole time. Now, as you're talking to your team, and you're putting all these things in with your team, you got to make sure you absolutely hold everybody accountable for what you're doing. Even your best player, you got to get on him the most or her the most. All right, and you got to stay on it. All right, I'm gonna have three lines. I mean, like three-man weave. Okay, we do the three-man weave. Everybody has their three-man weave, and they lay it up and they come back. Okay, this one we put an emphasis on this three-man weave. All right, I need the guy in the wing. I need him here. That ball's in the middle. I need another guy here on the wing. Far out. Okay, now in this three-man weave, okay, we do not let the ball touch the ground. It does not touch the ground. We go 2 minutes, no turnover, no drop passes, no travels, none of it. Okay? This is the accountability stuff you have to put in. Okay, so now we'll have guy in lead. He'll make a pass. We're not gonna run fast, we'll go easy so I want everybody. Okay, so this pass is made. Okay, hold it. This guy, that's not your job. Okay, he's gonna make the pass. Outlet pass. Okay, the guy on the wing, he's got to be sprinting hard. Okay, so now as he makes this pass to this guy here, he should be sprinting almost to the rim. He makes a pass on him. Okay, hold it right there. Now as this guy makes his pass to the wing, the guy at the bottom, he's got to be hauling. I mean, he got to be on the dead sprint. So now I teach the guys in the bottom on this three-man weave. As I make that pass out, first 3 steps, they got to be as hard as they can be. I mean, absolutely hard. Okay? So he makes his pass out, hard 3 steps, and then he's going. Okay, now the guy that made his pass here, he's going out. All right, he's running. That pass goes up. Hold on. Okay, got to hold that. Okay, it's going. Now you got to be busting. You got to be busting out. Now this pass over here, and it's bam, it's come back. That's a turnover right there. It's a turnover. Bring it back. So now I got that thing. It comes through. He's out wide on the outlet. What's he yelling? Outlet. Detail. Outlet. As I hit this outlet to him, he should be almost in the basket. Lay it up. Okay? Now this guy's still busting, he's still coming hard. Now the next group is going. Okay, everybody with me? Any questions on that? 2 minutes. No turnover. No drop balls. No missed layups. None of it. Okay, that's how accountability for your team. It don't touch the ground no time. The whole 2 minutes. Okay? No turnovers, no drop balls, no bobbles, no travels, none of it. Ball goes through the basket, he's got to get out of bounds. Ball goes through the basket, out of bounds. We don't want to teach a bad habit. Dude's just grabbing the ball and now we're going. Okay? Details. Okay? Go to the back. Out of bounds. Down there, get back. When that guy's coming back, you just sprint out to the next one. So then with the next group, no turnover. Any questions? Start over. 2 minutes. Okay? Hold 2 minutes, no turnover. No bobbles, no travel, no none. Everything you gotta be. So now you got everybody focused on what you're doing. Okay, so now everybody, you gotta be focused the whole time. You want your team focused, right? You want your team focused on so we can win. So now you gotta hold all of them accountable with the detail. And I'm detail-oriented from a basketball standpoint, because Coach Knight at Indiana, everything was, so I had to be if I wanted to play. So I got to be. So I was able to play. Okay. Next drill we did. All right, we're progressing. All right. 3-man lead. I need 2 people down here. See those. There. Throw me ball. Take that corner over. Right to 3. Go in there. Okay. We usually do this as a continuous drill. We usually take it continuous. There'll be another 3 guys like we had these 3 guys. Then there'll be 2 guys behind them that have the balls like that. Everybody with me? Okay, so now we'll go 3-man lead. Same deal. Outlet ball. Hit. Pass. Okay, now. The guys on the wings. Okay, the guys on the wings. They pass is laying in the middle, right? We call this the Carolina drill. Carolina drill. So now he's laying. The 2 guys that are on the wings, they're coming in for a shot right here. Down. The next group is going the other way. Okay? There'll be 2 more guys down there, so as they go on the wings, they'll be flowing in, then there'll be jump shots here. Okay? Everybody in here. So now you'll run this 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. You're trying to get 80 minutes. Some of you get some of them, well, guys, shoot threes. Everybody wants to shoot 3, right? This drill gives them that chance. So they feel like they get their shots up. All the players feel like they want to shoot. So this one gives them that where they can come in and shoot. So now we try to get 80 makes on that. All right, we'll do that 4 minutes. Sometimes 5. See if we can get 8. All right. Everybody with me on Carolina. Okay. Now we'll progress it. Go back. Hey, John, I got stuff. I've been doing this for 25 years, man. We got stuff. Come on. Go on down. Go down. Now, as we progress it, we turn it into the 11-man break. Okay? So we did 3-man weave. Now we turn this into the 11-man break. Now, 11 spots. We got 2 defenders. There'll be 2 defenders. There'll be a guy on the wing. There'll be another guy on the wing. Okay? Now down here, there'll be 2 more defenders here. There'll be 2 wings. Okay? So it's a 3-on-2 continuous drill. Alright, so every play will come down 3-on-2. So now you get to teach your team how to play 3-on-2. So now, instead of running, so this way, this ain't here. You need 3 guys coming at these 2. What's that? Come on, you got 20. Got the ball, here we go. So now, as we're coming down in the 11-man break, okay, you want to teach your team. Most of the time, guys say you want the ball in the middle of the floor, right? You want the ball in the middle of the floor. No. Off the middle of the floor. Off to the side. I call these the passing lanes. Right off the lane line. So about right here. Those are your passing lanes. Okay, as the point guard. Those are the passing lanes. on that side, and then on this side from here. This is your passing lane, all right? Anytime you get outside of this as a point guard, you're out of bounds. Okay, because now your spacing's messed up. Everybody with me? Okay, so now, I'm the guard coming down with the ball. I'm 3-on-2. Who am I reading? Does anybody know? Who am I reading as a point guard when I got the ball? Guy in the back, right? He's got the first pass. Okay? So now I see him like that. He's shading to this way because the ball's over here. Where do I want to pass it? Far side, right? So now I have to make him have to go out to the cover that. So I can create the disadvantage for them. So now it's advantage for me because now I got 2-on-1 on one side of the other. Okay? But you want to, as a point guard, teaching this to your guard is that they're reading the back person. The back person. Back defender. So now what's happening? I want to pass it ahead as much as I can, fast as I can. By this time, by that time that she's coming, he should be down here. He should already be down there. Because now that makes the defense flat. Okay? So now that he makes that pass, he's got to come down and flat, right? So now as the guard, whatever side I pass it to, I want to fill in to that elbow. Okay? So now this person right here, and this is that. They don't know. It comes to me, they don't know what they got. So now he comes back, he's got a decision to make. And if this guy retains, he dunked all that and then you get a dunk. Okay? So now, I make that pass, boom, it goes up. Now, I got outlets here, right? We're going the other way. Okay, there's 2 defenders down there, 2 wing guys down there. Okay. Now this is the toughness drill too. As the guard, as the point guard in this 3-on-2 continuous drill, you want to see who get the ball the most. Because if you get the ball, you in action. So now I come down this action. You make whatever play it is, that ball goes in. Yeah, give me that. I want to be in action. So now it's only one dude that's coming out this action. Everybody with me? I got 2 outlets. I got outlet here, outlet there. It's us 3 now. We're going the other way. So now I'm coming. They're straight like crazy. I'm reading him down. Trailing. Boom. All right. Shot goes up. Boom, 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 boom. We got all I got to do. Let's go. I want to get as many times as I can get it. Pass ahead. Okay. Boom. Oh, do it again. So now I'm going. That's when you'll find out. You'll find out in this drill who your go-getter is. All right, when the ball goes in, if he's in there trying to get that thing, he done about 4 or 5 passes. Transition. Now here on that, that's who you want. That's the person. That was me. Because I want to be in action. Okay? Everybody get on the left hand break. So go ahead, question.
Your lines on the side to fill in as they're getting the action done. So
Yes, all 4 spots got to be filled defensively. Or 2, wing. Whoever gets it, we gone. So it's mano y mano. So now it goes here. I want to be in action. You can tell in this drill who's not in shape. You can tell who don't want to be out there either. What ends up happening, dude start high on the side, trying to get this spot. Then dudes is like the they dudes is like they ain't coming to this spot. Why? Because they don't want to do this. So most of the guys don't want to play They end up going over there. So now as a coach, you get to watch that. You get to see. Hey, come on, man. Come on, what's wrong with you? You keep running over to to the wing, you need to get some D. Okay? Now, one thing I didn't talk about in this 11-man break from the defensive standpoint. Didn't talk about it really, I just jumped in with the ball. Excuse me. Coach, Dickerson talked about communication. Early, often, all the time. So if you're DN, you need to be talking all the time. Whether sometimes it can just be, hey, I'm here, man. You by yourself. Okay, hey, I'm leaving. Yo, hey, get over there, you good, I'm here. Sometimes it's just chatter. It's just talk, which is good. You want your team to talk all the time. So now, hey. So now, defensively, it's happening. That's how you practice your sound as you're in this drill. You should hear that the whole time you're in this drill. It's going on. And if you don't hear that, hey, nobody talk. Let's go. So you get to make that, then you still got that whistle. So you head to the end, let's go. Nobody want to talk. Get to the line. We'll get you figured out. We'll get it figured out. Okay? Now, I got another drill. This is a defensive drill. Come on down. Knock it out of my way. Yes, sir?
So real quick, so sometimes you have players on the floor and they don't talk.
Yes.
They have a problem, and instead of putting them on the right line, sometimes you have to make sure that they understand what to say. A lot of people are not talking
Because they don't know what to say. Absolutely.
So I just think it's very important as you speak to college coaches and people that are involved, what to say is very important. And when you got people that don't really understand that, you have to start small. Like, hey, Jamal, hey, Knox. Hey,
Yes.
like, call and talk to me as I
Yes.
pass the ball, as I catch the ball. Like, teaching them how to talk.
Basics, yes.
That's just another.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This drill we used to run, I need a guy here. It's a closeout drill. All right, I need a guy here. I need a guy here. I need a guy here. I need one on the baseline. I need one in the middle. I need one on the end. So 6. Okay? So 6. All right? Right in the corner down here. Okay. All right, this is the closeout drill. All right? Whatever way you teach it on the closeout. A lot of times I had to do squared up. I had to do talk about top of feet, high hands, the whole deal. Whatever way you teach it that way and then hold them accountable that way. And every time. Okay? For us, we start this drill. Okay? Ball starts up in the corner. He makes this pass. Okay? This man is there. He's making that pass. It's going to there. Okay? Make the pass. Okay? Now, okay, he closes out there. The second guy that's recovering, where does he go? To the gap. He's got to go to the gap to help. Okay, that pass is made. Okay, after you make this pass starts here. He's on a dead sprint to him. Coming here, it's going to there. He's a dead sprint to here to this gap. He makes that pass there. Where are you going? Dead sprint to where? Make a pass. Here, go here first. As he's coming. Come on, please. As he's coming, he's running. He's running to here, to this gap first. He's got to come here first in case he gets beat. Everybody see it? He's got to come here first. Stop his drive. Pass is made. Here we come. All right? Now we're on 3-on-3. Okay, and we're trying to get a buck. Okay? So whatever principles you want to have, everybody's got their stuff on how they recover, how they recover to the basketball, how they try to stop the basketball. Everybody's got their way they do it. But in this drill, you teach all those fine details, you teach them. And then you hold your team accountable to do that. Okay? Everybody with me? Any questions? All right, then.
Is it not happening to help once I put that ball over here?
Yes, and you have all your principles. Now the pass is made, he's got his top here. So if a straightaway happens, we talk, okay? So now you got here, you come the straightaway, we talk. You're through, or whatever way you cover it. Now you're in help. Now we're 3-on-3. And then most people in basketball, the best way to teach you is 3-on-3. Okay? Folks, we got to have 10 to play. Get 6. And you'll learn a whole lot about basketball just playing 3-on-3. That's really how you learn how to play. It's 3-on-3. And if you break your practices down 3-on-3, kind of 3-on-3-ish, then you'll get a concept when you take it to 5-on-5. Everybody will have a concept. Okay, we got 3 people playing on one ball. They're trying to figure out. Now we got the other 2 waiting to make the next pass, and then we figure out how to do it. Any questions? Come on, somebody got one. Okay, go.
You guys play like the 3-on-3 is the offensive defense stuff.
Well, you just play that one possession. That one possession, then everybody just rotates one spot. So if you were in the middle in the first drive of the drill, you're in the next spot. So then you have everybody start the line in the corner. And the line just goes all the way through. Anybody got anything? Oh, that's one. Go ahead, we got it.
Just for you personally, what would make you like a good assistant? You know, like what assistant coach to the head coach?
Well, the one thing for me, when I was assistant coach, a lot of guys when they're in that position as assistant coach, they thinking about the head coaching job. I'm the head coach. You're an assistant. So in my mind, I was like, I had to be the best assistant I could be. So, and that's knowing your head coach, knowing the little stuff that makes them tick or stuff that you need to add to them to help. So you got to have that mentality of, it's almost like you got to have a servant mentality. Okay? You can't be worried about you in that deal. You got to be worried about coach, what's going on in coach's world and how he's got the whole plate. The whole program is on the coach. So now I got pieces of things I have to do to help him run this whole program. Okay, so the thing is, be the best assistant you can be. And then when an opportunity comes to be a head coach, they'll say, he did this, and that, or she did this, and that as an assistant. Now they're ready for the head coaching spot. But I always tell guys as players, take yourself out of it. Okay, have a selfish mentality of, I want to help the next person be the best they can be. So like I had Calvin Chaney who played the NBA for 14, 15 years. He could score. I mean, smooth left, athletic, 6'7". I mean, just unbelievable. So my thing that I wanted to be selfish for our team was when Calvin came off those screens and he was in that spot, I had it in my mind that pass to him, it has to be perfect. It has to be right in his spot, right for him to get it and do what he does with it. Okay, and a lot of people just make the pass and it can be anywhere.
So, do you feel you were taught that, or was that an innate part of who you became as a player? Because that's a lot of conversation now, like the point guard is lost, it's a lost art.
Yeah.
So you feel like you learned that, or was that just who you were? That's how you learned the game.
Well, I was taught, my father was killed when I was young. So my uncle stepped in with my voice, right? And was my dude, all right, to train me all coming up. So his thing, what he told me coming up as a young dude playing, hey man, if you go as hard as you can go the whole time you're out there, and you play with some love and some enthusiasm about it, there's no way the coach is going to take you off the floor. Okay, if you have any type of, and then just play as hard as you can play the whole time, he's not going to take you off the floor. So all the loose balls, the diving, I was taught that young. So if it was loose, it's mine. So I had that mentality from him training. So, and then getting to Indiana, well, going through high school, I was a dude. 20 points a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 or 3 steals out of high school. So now, I'm going to Indiana. Yeah. All right. Now I get there. Ooh. Jay Edwards. Well, McDonald's All-American. Big Ten freshman of the year. Big Ten second leading Big Ten player of the year as a freshman. And I better figure out I'm going to get the chance to play. So the one thing Coach Knight said to me coming up, son, you want to play? Yeah, I'm going to play. There's 3 things you got to do. I'm like, yeah, what I got to do? He said, hey, son, when that ball comes off the backboard, okay, and that guy gets the rebound, I need your ass over there and yell an outlet. Okay? Yeah, coach. Okay, when he throws that ball to you on the outlet, I need to see smoke coming off your ass. Oh, I can do that. I'm gonna get down as fast as I can. I can do that. He said, yeah, the other thing you need to do, you see that guy over there? Yeah, that's Jay. You see him? Give it to him. I can do that. So as a freshman, we had 31 games. As a freshman, coming out of Illinois, the dude they said would never get to play, it wasn't good enough, couldn't. I played all 31 games, first man off the bench as a freshman. Okay, got to play. Just from that stuff that my uncle told me as a young cat. Go as hard as you can, give all you got the whole time you're here. And that's why I got to play. That's what it was. So, as I talk to you guys and I keep saying details and hold guys accountable, you have to do that. It's so hard. I know the whole landscape of college basketball has changed. The kids have changed, the parents, the whole deal has changed. Okay, but as you being the coach, you are in control. You are the authority of your team. Okay? It's on you to set all the boundaries of everything that's going on with your team. Okay? And then if you want your team to be successful, you got to hold 1 through 15 or 12 or 25 or however many it is. You got to hold all of them to the same standard. So that's a big deal. When I got to Indiana, there was already a standard. So as I came in with dudes, we knew what the standard was. So as you as a coach, you have to set that standard. And you have to hold everybody to that standard. And it's going to be some of that. But then you have to stick to what it is, your philosophies or what your standard is. You have to stay there. You can't do any juggling with that because it's Jimmy, or you juggle that because it's Joe. It's got to stay where it's at. Just so you keep the respect of your team. It's just that one, you changing, throw your whole deal off. Oh, he did that for such and such. Oh, well, why you do it for him? You didn't do it for me. Oh, you let them play. I ain't get to play. Well, if you hold that standard where it is, exactly where it is, then you ain't got none of that. Everybody know where it's at. It's here. You didn't do it. So you know you don't get to do it. But you got to hold your team accountable, especially if you're going to win some stuff. Everybody has to be accountable and be on the same page. And know, like you said earlier, and know what it is. The whole thing of this is information and communication. That's what hoop is. It's constant communication and information happening all the time through this whole deal. And it's the team that can operate in the midst of chaos and still do what they need to do. It's loud there, and everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Those are the teams that win. Because they can operate in chaos. So that's when you want your team to get them where they can operate in chaos. So you just throw your number up, hey, whatever it is, or whatever signal it is you got for your team, and then they go do it. That's what you want from your team. So you want them to really coach themselves. The best teams I've been on were player-led. Calvert Newman. Hey man, what's wrong with you, man? We ain't doing that. I was the voice, because I was the point guard. No, we ain't doing that, man. Come on, man. Coach, take him out. Take him out. He ain't doing what I'm telling him. Take him out. Well, I was that voice. And I made those dudes be accountable. So, push that to your team. You know, promise you will win. Thank you for your time.
What would you say to a young coach or somebody that's in a high school position that's attempting to move up a lot, trying to get to college, trying to get into the pros? Like, what would be your advice to a coach that's really trying to get that?
That thing for a coach, show up. That's the thing. A lot of times in the coaching fraternity of guys, it's all who you know. A lot of dudes can be real smart, know basketball, and they can't get a job. It's because of who you know. A lot of jobs, I mean, it's even the jobs for me. The first job I got was at Northwestern University in '94. The only reason I got that job was Coach Knight called Ricky Birdsong and said, take him. And it's just a relationship. It's just being in a spot and having someone make that call. And that's a lot of it. Now, if you're just trying to break into that deal and trying to figure out how to get to the college level or break into any program, the best thing for you to do is show up. And then keep showing up. And then show up. And then all of a sudden, they start seeing you there all the time. And it just ends up, all right, come in and help. Well, Sean was a GA, he was a young dude. And the new staff came in. And we over there, he was with the last staff, dealing with them. So now the new staff comes in, and he don't know where he's at because he got a new dude. So what does he do? He show up every day. Oh, hey, who's this? That's Sean. Oh, he comes every day. All right, come on. So then he's there. Now he's in the mix with it, just because he showed up. And sometimes it's just showing up on your own. Using your own money to try to be something bigger, trying to be a part of something bigger than yourself. So that's the deal, just showing up. Just show up.
Coach, the reason I ask that is because obviously when you're in a situation like this, you want to get real knowledge.
Yes.
And a lot of people ask people that are in those positions, man, how do you do it? How do you get up? I think one of the most important things you're talking about is truly networking.
Yes.
Not just saying the word network, but really putting that.
Showing up.
Get emails, get phone numbers, follow on social media. That type of stuff is big. I want to ask it out loud because I get a lot of questions like that too. How can I advance my career?
Yep. And make sure you're just showing up. It's just showing up.
You're great. What's up, y'all? I never like to come to spots and speak like I'm this profound speaker, especially with basketball. I'm in love with basketball. I've been in love with it ever since I was a young boy. So I just want to share some of the things that that I've experienced as a player and as a coach. And number one, Meeks, okay, right here. And I really appreciate everything you were saying and talking about. And it's good to get a perspective from a person that has been in it, once that's got grind, hustle, job to job, smaller to big, bigger to small. I mean, that's just how the game goes in coaching. The reason I was asking specific questions like that is because a lot of times I get a chance to talk to high school coaches, or even AAU coaches. And a lot of them may want to know what it takes, like to move. That's just the real. That's what I would do when I was younger. I mean, I wanted to coach. It's like, okay, how do I really do? Because you're looking at all this stuff happening, but trying to understand how it's taking place. So I'm glad you were able to answer that and clarify that, man. So don't forget ever that it's all about networking. It's all about talking, networking, giving people your opinion, but at the same time being able to take what they got and apply it to what you got. All right. So as a basketball player coming up, we used to wonder in the city, how do you get to major D1s? Because in the city league, when I played, I mean, we had a whole lot of coaches that were bona fide big time coaches. So we had a lot of transition. All we did was transition. So you go, you play open gym all summer, you get your game right, but it ain't really to come off a curl. It ain't really to come off a fade. It ain't really to come through an elevator, you know? So now I'm a college coach, and this is very good knowledge for you guys. I'm a college coach that comes to observe a group like that, and don't nobody really know how to play. Not for real. They know how to get up and down and transition and play. But if I ask you, what are you looking for off of the pick and roll? Most people don't know. John just said something very important. He said he taken Washington with 42 in the game, and it was 1-4 flat. I mean, that's what I learned how to do against some of my peers. But as a highly recruited young man going to a high Division I, it didn't happen. It didn't happen for a lot of our guys. It didn't. We had guys with game. So what am I saying to the high school coaches right here? I'm saying, man, you have to implement a plan to teach people how to play. So it's not a culture shock that they get on the floor and they don't understand what a down screen is, what a flare screen is. I mean, that's just real. But you cannot do it, but just don't have the expectation of basketball that fell off in Columbus. Basketball that fell off in Dayton. That's what it comes down to. Like people not really knowing what it takes to get to that next level. Okay? So we can talk about a variety of things, man, but as people that are trying to lead young guys and put them in position, I just want to make sure that that's first. You know what I mean? We can talk X's and O's. We can talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. But you got to grab a group. I commend everybody in here for being here and gaining knowledge, because this is the knowledge you take back and you put it in perspective to these young cats so that they'll understand it. Now, when a college coach come in and they're watching, you can see Meeks is able to play the 3 at a Big Ten level. But if Meeks is doing something out of the ordinary, you can't really comprehend what to do at the 3. First thing is, he mid-major, low major, maybe a D2, maybe a D3. And to be successful with that, you gotta be high. You know what I mean? So even if you went low and mid-major, D2, you want success, I mean, you gotta come in super high. Because that's the only way that you're gonna be able to implement your game in a game where it's free and open. You understand what I mean? Any questions on that? Because I really want to help people do that. I want to help you understand where that comes from. You got me? Okay. All right. So look, the number one thing I want to talk about, especially as high school coaches and you coaches, now I'm going to ask the question. What you think the number one thing ingredient to having a great basketball team as a high school head coach? What do you think you have to have first?
Standards, like high standards, and a willingness to really like program and work on the street.
That's good. That's good. What? That's good.
I agree with that. The standard to me is what it is. You gotta have a standard to have a culture. You gotta build a culture of your organization and make sure that everybody is in tune and in line with what it is.
Meeks. Good players. Good players. That's a joke right there. The key to being a great coach is having great players. That's real. That's real. Absolutely. That's real. That's
You gotta teach them to talk.
But see, that's what I want, man. I want more of this type of organic conversation. Not like you're listening to a speaker. I want to hear what you got to say because I mean we all trying to get higher, and raise our game. So let's talk. All right, what you got? One of the major things that you need to have a great basketball team. So,
Well, the first thing for me is from the coach.
yeah,
Is that I got to have some confidence and know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, and all the stuff that, all the questions on that subject, then I need to have the answer. So now you're that authority figure, and your athletes are coming to you for an answer. And knowledge of it, you gotta have it for them. If you don't have it, then they say, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing." So then they have that thought, and it's gonna go off on wherever they think that it is.
that's
Even
you.
with the coach, you have to be knowledgeable on all the stuff that's happening.
That's you. That's you. Go ahead.
And a lot of times, you make your first job, I mean, really at a place where you got to that. You know, continue to go. So I think that's where it falls back on that. He's saying, can you really coach the game? Because although the White House can say title and district title, can someone who has to make a decision on hiring a coach the next season that you can move to be the player? And so if you have a coach in place, you can teach concepts, then you can take the last plus receiving advantage, and then that might allow you to get to a place.
Perfect. Wait.
Your
What's your name?
city,
What's your name?
Danielle.
Danielle. Right.
You said from a head coach perspective,
Yeah,
right?
from the head coach.
I think the most important ingredient is your coaching staff.
Coach and staff. That's
So
right.
surround you.
So one of my top answers is from a coaching staff standpoint. This is going to win your game. Practice. Right? The elite are immaculate at practice planning. Okay? And that could look different every single day. Some of the things that could happen that could change it is your personnel, who you have. It could change year to year. All right? The style that you're used to playing. That can change based on a lot of different things that's going on around you. But what you can't be is that person that say, you know what, no matter what, this is what we're doing. That's important. Right now, everybody in here should know this as basketball coaches. The game is becoming positions. It's not about a big 7-foot center. You might have a 7-foot center mixing it up. You know what I mean? Find out different stuff, right? And I just want you guys to understand that as you are in these positions right here, you have to think ahead before you even get to your team so they understand at a high level what's about to happen. So everything that I'm talking about is a package. You got to put everything together. Go ahead, sir. What's your name?
I'm saying
Okay, then. Be consistent. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's big. That's huge. And it almost happens on the same level. I mean, you know, we go from high school to college to the pros, G League. You know, that could be something big. Like where you got your scouts and you got people's eyes are on a situation to see the development of people. So that's a good one. Anybody else go ahead, Smoke?
I think you said earlier, from the key, especially for high school coaches, you gotta love it. As a matter, we don't get paid a whole lot. So if you don't have the passion and love, first of all, for the game and people, kids are going to see that. You have to love basketball.
Definitely.
Basically, eating, sleeping, basketball.
Definitely. That's a good one right there.
I'm gonna add to that.
Go ahead.
First thing is that you got to love the people to get what you want done.
So all these kids, they gotta see the love from you as the coach for them to do it. So the main thing you can give to your kids is from you. Okay, so there's the way you say what you want to hold them to, they got to do that coming from you. So it's just the love of that. They got to know that you go all the way to the end for them. And once the kids, even for me, you know, a coach that will do that for you, you willing to do anything for them. So one of the main ingredients for that is that you got to have a servant mentality and a genuine love for people to get what you want. Show out on the court. That's what you want to get from them. So they got to figure that love for you and the servant for you to be able to get it. 100%.
No disrespect, but all right. So listen, we're gonna get into why game. Coach wanted to kind of talk about flowing into your offensive sets or flowing as a basketball team into offense, especially with positionless players. Right? Just a couple questions on that. Does anybody have a problem flowing into their offense right now? Is it all about let's come down and run a set? Or is it help just go through a while? Or are you flowing into a nice offense? So, anybody else? That's good. So the reason I'm talking about that is when we talk about the practice planning for that. All right, you observe your players, you know what you have. You got to practice, plan, and drill exactly how you want it to look. Exactly how you want it to look. And it's possible. But you got to do your homework and you have to understand conceptually what you want as a coach and what you have and how is it going to coincide. All right, so let me get fired out here real quick. All right, so on the ball. Who the four? Yeah. Three? No. Okay. Three from the line to be important to get about. Okay. All right. So, come on. This is over. Don't walk in. All right. This three thing I want you to understand. If you're trying to get a good flow to your offense, if you got a pin on the right, the first thing is what do I do when I advance the ball? That's number one. What do I do when I keep the ball? And what do I do when I reverse the ball? Okay. So the biggest thing when you talk about those three things is all 5 of my players on the floor, they have to have a high level of awareness. That doesn't mean you got to be super talented, but you have to be aware. So if I had the ball and I threw it to you like this, you got to be aware that it's coming. All right, he's sprinting the lane. If he's sprinting the lane and you're over a little bit this way, and I'm running, you got to have the awareness. All right, you see this? You understand what I'm saying? So the awareness is going to be very, very important. You're flowing into your offense. Okay? So first, we're going to do what? Advancing. Okay, let's talk about that. All right? So, I'm going to come over. All right? We're in the lane. All right? Slide. All right? Behind. Right here to the slide. All right. This is what happens. Slide. Right here. So this is the slide right here. Okay. So in positionless basketball, this is a lot of what's happening. Okay. All right. We're going to set it. Here, my experts pointing forward. Awareness. I know what happens. All right. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Stand here. We go like that. It's low percentage. This is a 2-minute. Yeah, right here. Okay. All right, this is what happens. Awareness. So I'm going to help you. That's the plan. And this is that. I don't want to be doing like this. Because he's trying to get downhill, he's trying to get the move, right? Okay? This is very important, these three right here. All right, so now, you're talking about the man here, we're going to do yes. You're schooling, because I'm going to make it, because you need to and you got to do it. You got to see it. Now, say you got to jump up. Yeah, jump up, like, close, and I'll get it, and I'll get it. All right, it's just as simple as that. Okay, well, let's just say, what the heck do I do next time? All right, now, the happens, okay? All right, this is the first look. If this is a switch, this is another awareness thing. If this is a switch, if it's a switch, when you got a little one, a big, that pass right there, you're going to have to see it before it happens, though. You know what I mean? You can't just like go by up here. It's more not saying what happened here. That's the thing. If you didn't have it, you're going to have to awareness to set on the line, set back. All right, we're slack there. All right, triple head up. All right. Okay, now listen up, real quick. That's a 250 there. Usually that's a 4 and my 2, that's 5. So we want to get something out of it. Okay? All right, now, you're going to the line. To the line. Okay, put that. You're going to the slide. 4, slide. All right, you're coming up right now. Again, so big shift up this basketball, and you got to get down with the ball. All right, coming up. All right, so saying anything happened. You didn't get down here, we didn't get anything out. All right, slide. All right, come on. This is quick. Okay, so you see how you guys are coming into it? You gotta wait. As I'm running and I'm seeing what's going on. Go back to that different thing. So when this is happening right here, I see what's happening. Top there. Now I'm here. Slide. Go. All right, got it? That part was real quick. Hey, this is off of the what? Advance. Right, let's go. Got it. Okay, we got the floor. Second. Yes. All right, so let's go back to the first one, though. All right. Coming up. Have to be strength control, and the ball is advanced. Everybody on the floor got to have what? Awareness. We have to know that he is awareness. Okay. He hit me. Because in order to keep your advanced feet in reverse, I got to see and know. So as a reverse. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right. Now we're going to go off of the key. You got a dynamic point guard. You can play. You get down here. We want to make sure that we're doing exactly what we need. Okay? So get down the floor, rim run to the block. All right, we're coming to celebrate. Okay? Where it states, if a big or a small was on it, you have to know that. Let's see. Okay? Let's just say it wasn't a mismatch. Okay? Now, as you finish, we're going here. Slide. Go to the corner. Slide. To the corner on the next. All right. Okay. All right, so I want you to listen. You can't sit here and wait. You're not doing this, like waiting for this. You're getting out of here. But I said, you see, you gotta still, yes. Because what that is, oh shit, he's caught up, come on. See what I mean? Okay? Alright, let's walk back together. Straight. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm talking about this is very important. I'm gonna be okay. I'm here. I'm looking. See, yes. See what I mean? It's more that. All right, yeah. All right, let's go ahead. I said it. Any questions about that? Okay, so that right here is routine. All right, what is our next? What is reverse? Okay, now, keep it there. So listen up real quick. What I'm giving you is a basic concept. Man, we have so many calls out of this, and this is one package of what you do. Okay, but I'm just showing you this flow offense because you're going to be able to tweak it the way you want to. Sometimes, instead of going, we'll call it punch. Instead of being catching it, I'm sliding that off and set this straight right here. Here come off. There. Right up. Like, you see what I mean? So it's a difference. I just want to get the general concept of what we're talking about. Okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to reverse. All right. Still ground right. All right. Sit. Hold it. Okay. First, because you might have this problem. You might have an issue where somebody is just not grabbing. Yeah, I'm going to go. But you got to know how to relay it to them so that they understand it. Period. That's so that a slot. All the time. Slot. Okay, here we go. So those are three concepts, okay? But the thing that we want to talk about very important is this is where you put your on. Okay, once you got the solid concept, then coach got to come out of it. You know what I mean? This is where you add it to. You don't add it to it by getting upset with them because they don't know it. You got to put it on them first and then hold them accountable for it. Okay? All right, so that's very important. Now, somebody that opened this up to the game was Golden State. Okay? Not this exact concept. They run a lot of split screen, stagger action for Steph. But Draymond became a ball handler. And he would get it off the rim and push it up. Now, one of the things you got to remember, this is important, you have to remember your personnel needs to match it. You can't just be putting this in and then you don't have the personnel to do it. So now, guess what? I'm organized as a recruiter. Because we used to wonder that, just being real. We used to wonder that, like, man, I was killing it then. And they think, oh boy, the forward. That's because when I walk in here, I'm looking for a forward that can come up the lane. You go here, you go dribble handoff. You know what I mean? Yes, it fits, but you can't know what you need or what you want until you really, truly look at what you have. All right? So if you got two big lugs that's really big back to the basket, I can show you a whole package for that. Okay? But this is more of our flow. Okay? So let's talk about when the four rebounds the ball. All right? You can't get an outlet. Okay? So you guys are down with it. So this is a rule right here. You got to keep this right here. This is the rule. So is Draymond a great ball? He's not. Yeah. He's starting. He's gonna turn it over or whatever. But one thing that Draymond has that you got to instill in your people is he understands his limitations. He understands his role. He understands that I can push this thing all the way up. Don't nobody. I'm going. He understands that. Very simple. You guys see. This woman, he's not really doing that. He's doing this. Look, and he's what we're doing. But the reason why you're allowing your forward to push the ball up is because now your twos and threes can really sprint. They ain't got to worry about that. Your one can get to the slot and sprint. Okay? All right? But this is hard. Once you get to the half court or one step over, it's no more here. Not like this. It's more coming to you with a triple handout or I'm coming to you triple handout. Okay? And it's not going to look perfect every time, but your core has to understand their limitations. Okay? So let's walk back. So the four. Okay? You run to the clock. This is important. I'm going to tell you this. If you got a guy that can move right, man, you are in business. Most cats right here can't really do that. But if you got somebody that can do that at 3 that you can turn into a 4, because this ain't off limits. It ain't off limits. It's just now, as a 4 defending, I can come back and worry about this dude. It ain't just like when you run outside, like, I gotta worry about you. All right, so this is it. Come back. You good? Wait, next verse. So now, rebound. Or it's going to bring it up. You got triple handout on either side. Okay? All right, so let's go. Yeah. Oh, side! Oh, it's almost it's about I70 coaching. You understand what happened right here? All right, we're good. Okay, so now you're looking for rank. All right, so listen. One of the things that has to happen, again, when I'm sprinting the floor, oh shit, the floor got the ball. The floor got the floor got Four. Let's go. I see. Let's go. Come on, 4. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. So you have to give clear options to what's going on to your team. Okay? So we talking about his responsibilities. Once he gets it over, not a super playmaker, all right, we're going to dribble him up. Trying to avoid long passes to wings. That's outlet. We going that way with that. I mean, pass it back. But
Make sure you're walking that lead. Just under you got a low somebody on the street over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. They got a pressure here. People step up and you don't have so make sure they get downhill and the defense got it. You know what I'm saying?
that's the part of the observation. Also, it's the structure of it. You're just trying to get them moving, but you're exactly right. You want to put your best players in that situation. Okay, now, the floor is coming down this side, and let's say you get brought up a little bit over there. Right, you got it coming down across the street. Okay. And where is it go that? All right. Okay. This is very important. So as we're surveying the floor, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. I'm not telling you that you have to do it exactly like this. This is the structure. What we'll do is from a 2 guards on one side of the floor, the bottom guard is going to screen the baseline. No matter what. We're coming up the floor, and I see this. I'm saying, no, if this guard right here wants to run, this could mess something up that's going on right here. You know what I mean? So come on. All right. You're coming down, and I want to get to the floor. All right, so let's do it. Damn, you recognize. Go. Okay. That's what you got. Bottom of the guy is to go. Everything wrong with yes. Hold on, leave me. Yes. That's a great question. I'm going to tell you why it's a great question. Because when you have the force with the capabilities of getting off the board and dribbling it ain't no talent. Like you ain't gonna really know exactly how it's gonna end up with the 4. Now if I'm in the 5 rebounding and outlet, that's the 1. Yeah. But the 4, Draymond to grab him up and take off. And it might be 3 people on one side. So after 3 people on this side and Draymond got it, it's like, hey, what you doing? And he's spreading. You know what I mean?
But he's also got to where you can tell him, hey, there's 3 on this side. You see, we look at it like, somebody got to cut somebody like something 3 on the side.
That's perfect. Yeah.
2 of them guards over there. One of them is just shooting not a good ball.
Okay.
Did you always see him or did you always?
I'm going to try to put them in position to beat them out. Because you can't keep switching the positions. Right? So if I know I'm not a good ball and this guy know I'm not, we don't have to exchange by this single level. Like, no, you got to it's because we know. Now, obviously, that's the next level of highlight.
in high school going to be somebody.
So guess what? I learned something in coaching. I learned this in coaching. If I say, hey, Al, how is number 24 for your team? Al can't say, man, he's trash. You can't go with that. He can't do that. You see what I mean? Because you are the coach. You are the developer. I swear, man, I'm most competitive on the floor. So I always, like, coming up in coaching, like, check it up. Like, I'm ready to play my guys. Like, you know, until you get to that coaching part where it's no longer that. Now I got to teach you and show you. All right, so that goes to your point. What I'm telling you is, if your guy is not a shooter, you're going to have to develop him more or develop his skills that he has to put him in a position you want on the floor. You can't be like, man, Rondell, he can't shoot and he over there. Come on, get his ass out. Coach, assistant, talk to him or something. But then you got to come to practice and rep it with it. You understand what I'm saying? All right, come on, 1 more 4. Clean up. There's a couple things to clean up. All right, that's the big. Yeah, it's just a little bit. Right? It's coming out. You can't hold this too long. Okay? So, yeah, you can't hold this too long because this might be this could be a mix match at times, but it may not be. Yes, so I got the second thing. Don't get caught up in this. This is important. You can't get caught up in this. Like this one. Alright? This is more y'all have to read. We talked about this. It's this. I can't, so I can be like that. Like you watching the DVD. I'm catching like I'm playing basketball. Oh, it might be bouncing, whatever. But I can be ready to shoot or ready to go. You'll get people coming up there like, oh, now they're hitting me. I can tell them. Now it's here. See what I mean? All right, that's the first thing. The second thing, when you're in the corner, all right, you're going up. It's very important. I need you to get close to the 3-point line if you can. Because once he takes a look that way, you got to really be ready to go. You have to be patient because you don't want to be up here right this way. Because when I come get you, I want to be able to do this. You know what I mean? Yes. But you got to stay there before it happens. Okay? All right, here we go. Right now. Hey, you gotta understand this real quick. This is very important. What I'm about to say. This is very important. What am I about to say about that one? We got 2 more to say. The awareness, but sometimes that shit don't happen. Yeah. That's gonna happen what just happened. They got mixed up. Okay? You gotta talk. Get out of there! No! You gotta talk. to your players. Yes. You got to feel like I got it as inside. Okay, you're home. 3-3. Let's go. We're keeping it. No, we're advancing the team and we work this way. This is this is still one. Still need to one bringing it up. Reverse it. Go. Now we're in. See it? So, sometimes the players are going to be ready for it. Go. Sorry. Yeah. All right. So no. Again, you talked about something key action. You got to remember, you don't go deep at all. Okay. Listen, if you don't go deep at all, this is a dynamic player. You understand what I'm saying? And most dynamic players is gonna want to keep it for real. Like they in front, they don't want to keep it straight. Okay, so you can keep your core balance as well. You can keep your core balance, okay? Because it's not realistic to keep it when you're trying to. Okay? Just keep it balanced right here. Remember, you're almost hiding this situation because I'm going down like this. All right, so that's the second. All right, no second. All right, get it downhill. We're going to the opposite box. Right. Now it's too many things to show. He wants to slide in the corner. Move it. Okay. Yeah, that's not moving just for nothing. That's for us to have a little bit to what we're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it'll be crazy for him to come down and him to just run through like that if we're in a set where we're knowing or where to try. That's what's going to happen is once this coming, that's a two-minute. But also, you could just, okay, dude. Yeah. That's all You guys see the two guards over there? All right, so as you rep this and you get it going, these guys are going to start picking it up. Yeah, I love that, man. What I'm saying right now is understanding that you have to rep things at a high level the right way so they'll understand it. You can't be over here like, come on, get out of here, come on. You can't do that, rep. You can't. What you need, yes, you need to rep that, stop that, bring them here, look in the eye, and do it again.
He is a grown man.
Absolutely.
I didn't get that face not to be frustrated. But like he made a mistake a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
You'll get more of those mistakes than I do than I do.
Hey, I'm so good at that. I'm so good at that. Thank you, brother. What's the name of your board? Thank you, man. Thank you, man. This is something that you got to implement. Things like this happen. You have to. Something we didn't know nothing about. Film! You have to show them film of how it's doing, what's happening when they do it. Okay? The reason why I'm screaming at you, because younger kids don't even know. They don't even know. Like, that's a bad shot. That's a bad. And then you show it to them, it's like, it's a and you gotta show it to them with one eye. You show it to them again, show it to them again, show it to them again. But you have to remember in the role of kid, that's the kid, and you're the adult. Just like parenting, you know what I mean? And believe it or not, man, it's on the pro level too. You know, I was an adult in the NBA for 11 years. And you get the same type of reaction in some scenarios. So you know what it is? Al, meet me in my office. I got you. Or sometimes it don't even have to be a mistake. I can see what you're doing, right? And I'll go flip me 10 or 15 things. Restore. Happy point at you. This is how I want you to play. This is what I want you to do. Okay? Now, we're just like you filming this, we got to film practice every single day. That's important, folks. That's it. For you to go, for you to go over as well as your staff to go over. Okay? Because believe it or not, you can teach your staff a lot in film. Y'all can have a staff meeting on film, and you can watch me walk like this to the block. And you can say, Coach, come on, we're trying to get enthusiasm and you won't. I can see you do it. You know what I mean? Like you can, and I'm not saying in a disrespectful way, you don't know who you're coaching with. But these are elite nuggets. Like elite. It's only for the elite mindset. Okay? And if you're gonna be a head coach, I've been a lot of those. A head coach is elite. I don't care where you at. You're the 6th grade head coach. You're the elite person in the equation. That's the bottom line. You elite. Okay? So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood how, just different ways to flow into things. All right, if we had 2 or 3 more hours, I'll show you all different things to flow into. But I just wanted to, European ball screen stuff, you've probably already seen it before, but you can implement it and you can really make waves with it.
You just married the concept of I've been in the concept too. He's passing school background. We didn't want to find and I had I'm more transition for like you just married to concept. I'm like, oh, you're eager to get the practical work at.
That's what I like right there.
So people be very like, that 4 minute you're talking about, you got a sophomore and take it down and play 5 on the French. He's like, play that 4, he got it.
Yeah.
And it's sexually has it, but what I love about it is you're getting the readings as a one of school, and you're attacking about the defense.
By the defensive move.
Where I've been for a few years, but it's more where it's been push up and hand off corner, the top brand, the point guard is tail, go top brand, that actually adds great movement.
Yeah.
And I think the kids are ready for that. Absolutely. Like the great Mary got on the team, the fall, that was going to be
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. So let me talk to you about the 4-2, because that's a very important dynamic position. Go ahead, 4. Take it up real quick. Again, you're talking about the awareness. And ask the 4, bring it up. You got a guy that's dynamic and good. Okay. How you guys play? How y'all playing for practice? They gotta eventually understand and know what this 4 is capable of. Like, don't say they all know what Draymond really can do. So if he came down here and did a 1-step forward for that'd be Draymond. But they know when he's right here that he's going to do something close to the free throw line, and I know it's just give it some rest. See what I mean? So it's important if you don't let this happen later that these guys understand. So now, yes. So if I'm the board, all right, you want to get closer to the doctor, so yeah, basically, yeah, you want to get yourself over. Yeah, I know about that. See, now, because I'm the board, and you know what I can do. All right, now listen. As soon as I get to the point where it ain't no good, I'm there. And you gotta pay attention to this. I know when he's out, or when he's contested out there. Pay attention once I get here, like that. Go. See how many? Yes, you're right into it.
And it's like,
I just said no. I'm just fucking with anyone.
you split the 4 in half, now that awareness you were talking about. He gets the right side of the 4 and he get bumped up. Now, the bump balls.
There you go. Go there. Also, right here. What's the name of the team? Yeah. Listen. So I get here. I stop. Right here. You might come on. Because I know he stopped. I have to play it. But that's when I started this whole thing with awareness. If you skip awareness, you're going to be frustrated for a minute. Like a minute. And you got to be in a calm, cool spot while teaching awareness. You know what I mean? You have to. It might take you a week, 7 to 10 days, but you got to come in as a coach. Like, you know what? This is awareness week. Like, I got to teach. I can't just say he can't go left. I'm the coach. I'm going to get somebody with a pen. That's listen, you go. Let's go. I got to get that. And I can't get mad just because he can't go left the first day. You can't do that. I'm talking about if you want to be elite. If you want to be mediocre and keep rocking, that's cool. But you getting guys ready for school. When I walk in the gym, I want to sit down and watch some real basketball. Because I can tell you in 30 seconds if you go in transition. I can tell you that in transition, I'm picking it up to you out, What another ball right here? Go to the block. That's a cool thing. But I gotta see it. That's my point. Yeah, see that. I gotta see that. I can't act like this one thing, but it's not. That's all I'm saying. I can't really have a real conversation with y'all. And I'm not gonna speech. I'm talking about what's real about the team. You know what I mean? So continue to look at ways to flow into your offense. Because anybody that's just walking up and running a play every time, stuff, man. That's really truly tough. You gotta get stuff on the move. You gotta get people on the move, especially for athletes like this. That can really rock. You know what I'm saying? All right, you good? Any questions? Anybody? All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.